Okay, we're going to take a look at using compression to take a live dynamic input signal and reduce it down to a smaller dynamic output signal. This would allow us to have very loud sources and very soft sources, yet the end result is a very consistent level. This is great for recordings, for hallways, narthex, assisted listening, that kind of thing. So what I've done is I've set up a signal path here with a pink noise generator. Not exactly what live music or live speech would be, but it's got some random peaks to it and a consistent level, but it allows us to really look at our meters easily. Then I'm going through a leveler block, and then I'm going through a comp limiter, and then I have a meter where we are metering before and after our dynamics. And then I've set up two presets, one for speaking level, one for band level. The difference is 16 dB on the pink noise generator. So if we just look at a compressor and it's working by itself, we come in through a speaking level, it's attacking pretty quickly. It's a compression ratio of 4:1 or so, fairly standard a ratio, and you can see our input levels and our output levels are fairly consistent with just a speaking level. But if I kick in the band, you'll see that the compressor is compressing a lot, but is also jumping in big jumps to grab that signal and squish it down. So we are actually, by reacting quickly, we're squishing all of the little fast transients that give us that live feeling of sound. But if we can kick in a leveler ahead of it, you can see that the leveler slowly is reducing the level before the compressor, and then it's opening up the compressor to just once again catch just a little bit and catch just some of the peaks. And the net result is our output level stays very consistent even though our input level changes. So let's go back over here and switch it back to the speaking level. And you'll see that the compressor opened up immediately. The leveler is opening up nice and slow, and the most of it, and then it kind of eases back out the last little bit. Now our level, or our threshold, is -21, and our level of our pink noise is -16. So you're going to see consistently 3 to 4 dB. If we raise this threshold up, you'll see it comes out, and you'll see the compressor kicking in once again. But let's go ahead and lower this thing down to, say, about -19.5, -20. You'll see it kicking in a little bit. The compressor is catching all the little transient peaks, and the output level is staying pretty consistently. Now keep an eye on the output level here, and I'm going to go over and switch it from speaking level to band level, and you'll see a large jump on the input, but a very little jump on the output. So I'm going to switch it right now. And you'll see the input level jumped dramatically, but the output level only dropped just a little bit. And then if we switch it back to speaking, you'll watch it stay fairly consistent. It dropped just a touch, just for a second, and then it'll even back out. Now normally we wouldn't have the very last song of the band jump that quickly to someone speaking. There'd be a little more easing into it. So in reality, that would be even more smooth. So let's go back and look over at the levelers and compressors again on the meters as I go from speaking level, where it's doing just a little bit of leveling on the average person. This is assuming that he's kind of monotone and just keeps talking at the same level, and he's talking and talking and talking. Actual reality is, with the 8-second response time, his dynamics, this will be even compressing a little less. So when we kick in the band, you'll see that the compressor will kick in immediately. You'll see the leveler slowly easing in. And as the leveler eases in, the compressor is back open again to just catch peaks. The net result is we have a large dynamic range on the front end, a small dynamic range on the back end, with very little sound of compression.